The Abbasids, like the Umayyads before them, knew that the Imams possessed limitless knowledge. Many times they had to ask the Imams for answers to questions raised by both Muslims and non-Muslims. Mutawakkil was no exception. Although he was full of venom for the Ahl Bayt, on many occasions he asked Imam Naqi alayhi salam for answers that he could not find himself or through his scholars. During Al-Mutawakkil's rule, the Imam was asked to present himself for a number of debates with prominent scholars such as Yahya bin Akhtam. Yahya had been humiliated earlier in a debate with Imam Muhammad Taqi alayhi salam. During all such encounters, Imam Ali Naqi alayhi salam silenced those scholars, including Yahya bin Akhtam, through his divine knowledge. According to another narration, Hazrat Shah Abdul Azim, a fifth-generation descendant of Imam Hassan ibn Imam Ali alayhi salam, asked Imam Naqi a few questions about basic beliefs. Starting with Allah, the Imam said, "He is one, He is the creator of all, the master, the cherisher, and the sustainer. We cannot think of his shape or form, yet there is no way for us to negate him." The Imam further said, "The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ is the Abd or servant of God, the Rasul, the Prophet with Sharia, and Khatam, the seal of the prophethood." Next, Imam Ali alayhi salam is his wali. He is the Amir al-Mu'mineen or the master of the faithful. Then there are the rest of the 12 Imams, starting with Imam Hassan alayhi salam and Hussein alayhi salam. They have introduced the Sharia to be continued until the day of judgment. As for the question about Imam Mahdi, the Imam said, Imam Mahdi alayhi salam is in ghaibat, occultation, until the time he will rise and remove tyranny and bring justice to the world.
A woman named Zainab claimed that she was the daughter of Imam Ali alayhi salam and was in Karbala with her brother Imam Hussein. The confused Mutawakkil requested Imam Naqi to confirm Zainab's claim. The Imam said that as the wild beasts do not harm the children of Fatima binti Muhammad, I suggest that she be sent to the cage of the lions. Zainab began to tremble and confessed that she had lied about her background.
But now Mutawakkil thought of a scheme to get rid of the Imam. He ordered that the Imam be thrown to the beasts to test the claim about the children of Bibi Fatima salamullah alaiha.
मुतकब्बिर वो जालिम था इतना बड़ा, तेरी अज़मत को पहचान पाया नहीं। खुद को अफसल समझ के सितमगार यूं शेर के गार में फेंके तुमको ले, है बुलंदी तेरा मर्तबा, तुमको शेरों ने सजदा किया। या सखिया
Once Mutawakkil asked a visiting Hindu magician to play some trick to embarrass Imam Naqi. The magician requested Mutawakkil to invite the Imam for meals. As dining started and the Imam lifted a piece of bread, it fell down from his hands. This happened a few times while those present started laughing. The Imam understood the mischief. It was now his turn to show some of his divine power. He looked at a picture of a lion on the wall and ordered it to come to life. The lion came to life and swallowed the magician. The Caliph and all the rest were petrified and begged the Imam to spare their lives.
Once during the rule of Al-Wathiq, a friend of the Imam came to visit him in Medina. The Imam asked about the condition of the Caliph. The man replied that when he was leaving Iraq, the Caliph was fine, while Al-Mutawakkil was in prison and Ibn Zayyat had been famous among the people. Imam Ali Naqi alayhi salam, after a moment's silence, said, "O my friend, be aware that Wathiq has passed away and Mutawakkil has succeeded him, and Ibn Zayyat has been slain upon the behest of Mutawakkil." On his return, the man found that indeed every word that the Imam had told him was true.
In order to disgrace Imam Naqi, once a sycophant instigated Mutawakkil to order his officials not to show protocol, such as holding the curtains or opening the doors when the Imam visited. However, when the Imam arrived, the doors opened and the curtains were drawn automatically. Mutawakkil was so embarrassed that he ordered the officials to continue giving special attention to the Imam. The Caliph had asked a jeweler to carve a precious stone. While the jeweler was working on the stone, it accidentally split into two. The terrified jeweler begged the Imam for help. The Imam told him not to worry and that he would have good news in the morning. The next day, while at the court and even before the jeweler could say anything, the Caliph asked him if he could cut the stone in two for his two daughters. We now present a few sayings of Imam Ali Naqi alayhi salam. To think of the blessings of Allah as He blessed you with faith so you could avoid hell. He gave you well-being and He gave you the opportunities to stay away from haram. He gave you contentment to protect your dignity.
Some of the Imam's other sayings are, the one who spends his life in refuge of God, the world's discomforts will become easy for him. Allah has made this world for testing His servants, while He has made the hereafter for receiving the result. Others will fear a person who fears Allah, and others will obey him who obeys Allah.
There are definite places in which Allah likes people to supplicate to Him. One of these places is the tomb of the Master of Martyrs, Hussein. Do not expect honesty and purity of intention from someone who has suffered from your malice. Do not expect loyalty from one to whom you have been disloyal. Do not expect goodwill from someone whom you regard with ill will. His heart towards you is the same as your heart towards him.
The Imam advised for keeping fast on 4 days of the year, namely 17th Rabiul Awal, 27th Rajab, 25th Zilqad, and 18th Zilhajj.
Like the Bani Umayyads, most of the Bani Abbasids were enemies of the Alibat and their followers. After a brief and relatively calm period following the death of al-Mutawakkil, cruelties against Imam Naqi and his followers were renewed by al-Mutaz as he became the Caliph.
ज़हर तुमको खिलाया गया या इमाम मुतवक्किल की जुल्मत की थी इंतहा ये सर था कि था तेरा टुकड़े जिगर मरते भी दर्द से तन था तेरा भरा हाय मौलाए गुर्बत तेरी पे जनाजे पे बस अस्करी रहलत सुकून भी हुआ ना नसीब जालिमों ने किया मुनहदिम सामरा आएंगे जब ते जानी इमाम ज़मा लेगा तब बदलाए जुल्म हो बाखुदा लेके वो आएगा जुल्फ़िकार होगी तब सारे जालिम की हार राह पर है हमारी निगाहें परी देखना है ज़माने को अब उस करी आएगा गैब से जो हमारे इमाम लेगा तब सामरा का वही इंतकाम जुल्फ़कार उस पे चल जाएगी जो भी था कातिले असग़रो मोहसिनो फातिमा सामरा और बक़िया के जालिम सुनो गैब से इब्ने ज़हरा एक दिन आएगा
علي ابن محمد الزكي الراشد النور الثاقب ورحمة الله وبركاته السلام عليك يا سفي الله السلام عليك يا سر الله السلام عليك يا حبل الله السلام عليك يا